Hello friends, Tanya here with another video for Trinity Stamps. Today I am making a layered rainbow swirl birthday card. I thought I would get away with using just 3 colors of the Atelier ink, a red, a yellow, and a blue, to create a rainbow in my favorite way by overlapping and combining 2 colors. I lay down a swath of yellow in the middle and then red and blue or teal, and then I try to overlap and create some colors. Well, for the space layer that works well, but we're going to be doing 3 layers of the rainbow inking, and then when I do the stenciling, I end up adding the other rainbow colors just to add a little more vibrancy. The next step is I am using the Slimline Space Swirl layered stencil set, and I'm going to put the first layer down and add those rainbow of colors, and then I will pull back that first layer and we're going to layer on the second layer. I did use some pixie dust spray, but it just, or pixie spray, whatever it's called, it just didn't quite stick as well as I needed it to, so I do use some scotch tape on the back. I have done the first, nope, this is the second layer. Did you see me line those up with the etched marks on the stencil set? Amazing. So we are going to do a third layer here. I did let that layer air dry and then use my Embossing Buddy powder bag to make sure that any of the embossing powder that we're going to use only sticks where we want it to. I'm using the white Atelier ink, which is a pigment ink, and so I don't do as much of a blending motion as a dabbing motion as I push the ink through the stencil. I love that this is going to make it so I can see where I've done my inking and then add a little bit of white opaqueness to that stenciling while I heat emboss it. I'm going to peel that tape off the back, and now I'm going to use a clear sparkle embossing powder. Now I thought I'd grabbed a white sparkle embossing powder, but I didn't. It still turns out great. Not quite as prominent, a little more subtle, but that's okay. You could use gold or silver or black or whatever you would like. I really think this rainbow background with the sparkles could be a whole lot of things. It could be space related. It could be anything that you want a little extra sparkle and shine to. I am using the Slimline stitched panels to die cut this. I'm going to use the second from the largest of those panels. I did use a 9 by 4 inch piece of cardstock to create that inked up panel. And when I'm done, I end up with a strip that I trimmed down to about 3/4 of an inch that I'm going to use on the inside. I had these already die cut and adhered together in my stash, so I went ahead and decided I was going to use them on this particular card. I'd been struggling with that gold speckly background, finding something that would coordinate with it. It was just something I had been playing with, and I'm so glad that it came in handy for this particular card. You don't have to watch me glue it together, but I just used the Barely Art precision glue to adhere those layers together. It's a nice fine detail glue. I had already put some coaster blank on the back of the rainbow panel, and now I am adhering the letters with some more of the coaster blank behind those letters because I wanted a little extra dimension behind those also. It goes pretty quick with a good fine detail glue that is an essential in your arsenal for crafting these days. I use the Barely Art precision glue almost exclusively, but I do believe that Trinity carries the Hero Arts precision glue in their store. And then that is the Scripty birthday greetings. That's the die I used for the sentiment on the front of this card. I'm going to take that leftover strip. I wouldn't want to waste it. and we're going to put it on the inside of the card. This is a 3.5 by 8.5 inch Slimline card, so it'll work perfectly with the Slimline envelope builder die. If you don't have that, it's another awesome staple in my craft room. I decided to bring that all the way down to the bottom edge. I had been going to leave a little white gap at the bottom, but I decided I wasn't necessarily going to be able to make that straight. So I made sure to get it even with the edge of the bottom of the card by using my thumbnails to help guide that paper down. Just going to trim off the extra with a little bit, or with my fine detail scissors. I need a little sip of tea here, hang on. We're going to use the Rainbow Reflections gems to add a little more pizzazz to this card front. I'm going to use some of the biggest gems to put in the center of those large sparkles. I'm so happy that they have like 4 different sizes of gems in these variety packs, and that the Trinity tidy tray is available as an excellent tool for helping you sort when you're trying to pick out the sizes that you want. And there are all our scattered gems. I'm going to quickly just tip those right back into the container. Again, didn't think I needed the tidy tray. Use it all the time now. Love it. Well worth the purchase. There is the sparkle and shimmer, and I didn't even use any sparkly spray over the top of that. I hope you like this card today. If you do like it, leave me a comment in the section below. If you're interested in any of the supplies I used today, just check it out in the description box below. They're always down there. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please take a moment to do that. Just click that subscription button on the bottom corner and come back again soon. Bye-bye.